What's going on, guys? You are on the sidelines with the Sideline guys. I am Derrick, and I'm being joined. Chris is not with us today. It's more of a bonus episode, but he's not with us today. So, filling in, I have my co-host from Realish. If you guys are into film and TV series, you would definitely love to check this show out if you have not already. Um, great mind, great mind. Matt Tirado, the younger brother of John Tirado, who is a TSG OG. So welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you for having me, bro. I know I've been around a few podcasts already, just being the dirt. So I'm looking forward to talking to you again, albeit in a
Yeah.
much different realm, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity as
Yes,
always.
sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love having you on, man. We've had a couple of conversations already off air about our respective teams. And
yeah,
so
that's right.
coming up to the draft, and I know you and I are both excited about it. Um, I want you to tell us a little bit more about your experience with the draft because this was your first one, kind of like really caring about it. So tell me a little bit like what your thoughts were overall with the draft itself.
Yeah, so draft is long.
Yes.
Like that takes way like it takes way too long.
Yeah.
I've never seen analysts drag on
Mm,
uh, like a presentation before.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
wild because, but in terms of like the actual selection of players and all that, I mean, I think I think it's interesting. And like you hinted at before, like this is the first draft I actually cared about
Mm,
because I wasn't watching football before the 2021 season. I mean, I started technically watching the the first football game I wanted to watch in its entirety
mm.
was the Bills and Colts playoff game. In what was it? It would have been 2021, so 2020 season, then 2021 playoff. So
Okay.
that was my
Okay.
first football game I watched in length.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I said, you know what? I like the sport now.
Yeah.
Nice opportunity to, to be around my brothers and all that. But I
Yeah.
didn't watch the draft after that season, so
Okay.
you know, I'm still very ignorant in
Okay.
football. I don't understand how defenses work. I don't
Okay.
understand
Okay.
how offensive play calling works and all that.
Okay.
But
That's what I was about
uh,
to ask you if you picked up on any of that yet. I will
I
tell you, one of the best ways to actually learn that is by playing Madden.
I have played Madden, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to. The thing about me is that like when I get irritated while playing it, like I always say like, man, Josh Allen wouldn't even do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Stefan Diggs wouldn't do that. Like I would catch that ball in my sleep. You know what I mean? Like making a
Yeah.
bunch
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
remarks and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, but that's sort of all that to say. Sorry, I kind of like rambled on a bit,
No. No.
but
No. You're good. You're good. Yeah,
no,
man.
it's pretty cool. I mean, needless to say, like I had a chance to actually, um, recognize like what my team is in need of instead of me
Mm,
like going into it blind and all that. But
yeah. Yeah.
but how have your like draft experience been like? Were you the same way with me, where you just like you tuned in and said, oh, this player seems good and all that, or did you actually like have a list of you know what we need this player, this player, to help
I
us
had a
with this?
list. I had a list because and every year I kind of like go into it already knowing what we need. But this year, and we'll touch on it later. I don't want to get into it right now. But this year, I was saying we need to trade one of those picks. Like we already traded one of the picks to New Orleans, um, and because we had three first rounders, so we had the 15 and the 18. So I was like, we don't need that. Like the stuff that everybody's talking about, we need like in terms of a receiver and a corner. I, like you can draft one, but go after someone else. Like I didn't think we needed to draft that, you know, that that particular need. We can find that somehow somewhere else. Um, so that I know like last year that's what I was thinking in terms of like what we needed receiver, and we jumped the I loved it. We screwed the Giants twice within a month because of the fact that going into the playoffs that year, everybody was the Giants were mad that we wouldn't. I think we didn't lose to allow them to get into the playoff game. Which like why the hell would you do that for a division rival? Like I'm not helping you.
Yeah.
But we screwed them in that way, and then we traded with the Cowboys and jumped them to get Devontae Smith. So I love messing with the Giants. That particular element of it in terms of your division rival, like what they're going to do and how they're going to move and how you're going to move to counter them, and it's a chess game. So that's the theater part that I love with the draft every year. Even with the NBA, it's the same thing, but some I we'll discuss that at some other point. But with the NFL, it seems to be a little more dramatic to me. But this I picked up on this last year. Um, but I started watching Bleacher Report's broadcast of the draft, and their broadcast was a little. It seemed like it was just faster. Like I know you were talking about like it was dragging on, right?
Yeah.
But they seem to like get the picks a little bit earlier. I kind of looked at that last year. I was like, okay, this is interesting. But this
Yeah.
year, they got the picks in probably like 5 minutes before ESPN announced who was getting drafted. So I stopped watching ESPN's broadcast. I think by the time the Giants picked their second pick. So I think that was pick like 7. So they once they
Yeah.
by that time I'm watching Bleacher Reports because it was like it was popping up on my phone way too much who was getting picked, and then I'm sitting here waiting. The pick is in on the screen, but you go to commercials, and then by the time they come back, like Bleacher Report is already discussing who what the
Who's
grade
next?
is. Yeah, and they're going on to the
Yeah.
next team, and they're like 2 teams behind on ESPN. So I was like, nah, I'm switching over to this side. I actually switched over live to watch it, and that was probably the best decision I made because of what the Eagles ended up doing. But overall, we'll get into that part later. I want you to tell me who's your winner of the draft so far, because we're only in round 1 right
Yeah.
now. But so far, who do you see as, let's see, maybe say your top 3 winners of the first round?
Um. I mean, so, I hate being the one to say this. I'd have Jets at 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I think by principle, I mean you pick up Sauce Gardner,
Yeah.
you pick up Garrett Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Jermaine Johnson,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all in the first round. Like
Yeah.
sucks because now their defense might actually be good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um, Second, what I'll put it this way, like no particular order.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
it has to be the Eagles.
Okay. Yeah.
So because not only did well, I think we helped mess the cow because I know you already know how the division rivalry works. I think we messed
Yeah.
the Cowboys up because we were at the
Mm-hmm.
25th pick and then we traded to get to the 23rd, and we
Mm-hmm.
the Bills picked up Kyrie Elam. Those who
Yeah.
don't know, I'm a Bills fan, so
Yeah. Yeah.
um and all that. So that was satisfying. But you pick up Jordan Davis. I think he was your only first round pick, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, because then you traded your other first round pick for AJ Brown, and
Who
we
is the
discussed it.
receiver? I was saying it's 3 receivers I said I wanted to trade for: DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, or Debo Samuel. Those are
Yeah.
the only 3 I was like, well, and Tyler Lockett. So
Hey, no,
those are
yeah,
the 4 guys I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, we can go crazy with just one of these guys, right? Yeah, that was probably the surprise. That was the most surprising move of the night. I will say that.
no, definitely.
Beautiful,
And
beautiful.
then trying to think who else. I'm sort of debating between the Giants or the Lions. So it's kind of like a 3A, 3B situation.
Okay.
Uh, Giants
So
obviously.
then take the Eagles out then. Put take the Eagles out
Okay, so
in
I'll
terms
put the
in terms
Giants.
of
Yeah, so
yeah
I'll put the
yeah
Giants and then the Lions, because literally, because
yeah
I remember watching for the Lions. the Jags picked was it Trayvon Walker, if I'm not mistaken. Trayvon
Yeah.
Walker, I believe his first
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah.
And literally, like that was the one clip I saw. Like after that pick went through, the lot like because usually I think they're given like was it 6 minutes to like have an official pick or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when that like after the Jaguars were done, their pick immediately went in, and they picked up Aiden Hutchinson,
Yeah.
and then they picked up James Williams, who was arguably or Jameson Williams, who was arguably the best, if well one of them not the best wide receivers,
Mm-hmm.
in the draft right now. So that's a huge deal for them. And the Lions are a very weird team. They're kind of like, the one who can be like very bad or can be very good, but they also have like a
Yeah.
terrible owner. So I'm not sure how far
Yeah, man.
they'll go.
Now,
But
I think I would have to agree with you on that though. The Lions, Jets, and Giants. I said that right. Yeah, Lions, Jets, and Giants. Those are the ones that I would look at as well because I really think that the Jets did a phenomenal job of filling in some of the needs that they needed. Um, but so the Giants actually surprised me. I was for some reason I was thinking they were gonna do something dumb, right? Like you have to what they've been doing for the I don't even know how many years now, but for the longest time, they've been trying to do the flashier pick and you know build without a foundation, and you need that offensive line and defensive line. You have to build from those, and they got a great, an amazing pass rusher. Um, but Evan Neal was someone that made a ton of sense for them. I know one of my friends that's a Giants fan. That's what he was like. He's like, all right, I love the Kayvon pick, but I really want to Neal, and Neal was still there. So I think the Giants they kind of surprised me because I didn't think they were gonna do something that made sense. I thought they were gonna do something that
yeah.
just kind of like was just
Oh yeah. I
flashy.
mean, and you know what? I think because they hired obviously our assistant uh GM
That's
to be
right.
their one as well. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
so
mind
that's
you, like
you think that's what that
the
is then?
actual I that can probably play a role because you also have Coach Dayball,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Dayball now,
Mm-hmm.
or Brian. Let me rephrase. Brian Dayball, their coach now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, like having those kinds of conversations with the GM. I mean, their ownership still remains the
Yeah.
same, right?
Yeah.
What has that franchise done since Eli Manning? Nothing. Even if you had
I
Eli
must say
Manning,
even when they had them.
yeah, yeah, you won twice with him.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and all that, but no, I was very very surprised by the Jets and the Giants because you'd think a team as bad as they were last season
Mm,
would immediately, like you said, like would try to go for like the most random pick possible or try to try to pick like a player who has a great prospect and
mm-hmm.
they end up failing altogether. Those are like the best options for them because
Yeah.
Giants needed to upgrade on the defensive line as well as their offensive line. And then you look at
Mm-hmm.
the Jets; they need everything and
Yeah, they do.
everything like
Yeah.
receivers. I, I mean, you keep Zach Wilson. I mean, for our sake, keep Zach Wilson because I'm not sure how well you can develop him, but
Yeah.
that. So no, it's no, definitely, I agree with you there. So
Nah, this was to me overall, I think this was probably one of the best first rounds of the draft that I can remember because it was just like it was shocking from beginning to end. I honestly thought that the Lions, I didn't expect them to go with Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't think they were going to do that, right? Like I'm actually hoping that they go QB in this first round. I mean, the second round. What's his name? Malik
yeah, that
Willis. I'm hoping
yeah
they can get him now because I think they would come out to me if they're able to get him. I don't know. Let me see. Doesn't like they have a second round pick right now because they did, but they traded it to Minnesota. So I don't think they have. Yeah, they don't have a second round pick from what I'm seeing. So maybe they can figure out somehow, some way to either jump or because I don't know. I don't expect Malik to fall all the way to the third or fourth round.
Yeah, that's actually. I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, how did you feel about Kenny Pickett being picked up by the Steelers?
I actually like it. I because you know what's funny? I'm glad you brought this up too, because I would say maybe around pick 4. Maybe it was before the draft started. It was like right in that range though. Um LaShawn McCoy tweeted out and said, "We're getting Kenny Pickett," with the eye emoji. And I'm like, I'm like, hold on, who's we? Because all teams that you've been on, they don't need a quarterback.
Yeah,
So I was like,
yeah,
yo, Eagles, y'all better not do this. Like this, don't do this. I was praying to God that Howie wouldn't do something as dumb as that. But to for Pittsburgh, it made a lot of sense because um and it's really sad because Dwayne Haskins was killed a couple weeks ago, right? So
yeah.
that they really needed another quarterback because Mitchell Trubisky wasn't the guy that you were like, come on, like that's not your guy.
Yeah, so
Trubisky's not your guy. You know, that's not it.
right, right, right.
I
So
thought
I'm trying to.
Haskins could have been like the guy that they were able to figure something out with. Maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah,
be
yeah.
that bridge, maybe not be that franchise guy, but more so that bridge guy.
I,
Um, so it was interesting.
I'm gonna be humble here. So he
Okay.
was on the Bills. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll cut up some slack, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can talk your you can talk your mess because you beat them double doink, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Double doink. Yeah. Yeah.
you can talk your you can talk your trash. I think Mitch is just very average. He is the
Yeah.
epitome of average. He
Yes.
will not do enough for you to lose a game, but he will also not do enough for you to win a game. The same sentiment I share for Kirk Cousins and even elements of Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Okay.
I said elements.
Yeah.
I say that because
Elements.
last season
Elements.
he
That's
had
it.
a he
Okay.
had a very easy schedule, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I.
well,
I. I
I'll backpedal about Dak Prescott. Actually, I'll backpedal. I'll
Prescott.
compare him. But
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Because Prescott. I honestly think Prescott's issue is more so just coaching. Like it's not even
yeah,
him. It's not him. Look at who his coaches are. Who
yeah,
they've
Mike
been.
McCarthy, and I don't understand. We were
Jason
talking about this
Garrett.
too, and I just don't understand how such a talented roster is being wasted right now.
Yeah.
It's just like
Hey,
you call a
I love it.
QB draw, 14 seconds left and no timeout, and you expect to get that snap off and spike it. You're better off just doing two Hail Marys.
I love
That,
it, man. I this couldn't happen to a better team to me.
yeah, of course, right? Of course.
But I think I think I think Pickett made sense for Pittsburgh. I think this is going to be a interesting dynamic for them. I don't know how I can't I don't want to project him because I don't know anything about him to say anything like that. But I think it made sense. You'll get a QB that you think you can build with, and hey, if he
Yeah.
works out, he works out. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I thought that made a lot of sense,
You know,
especially for him dropping that far. Like I'm pretty sure quarterback was like the biggest thing they were looking into with this draft anyway. So it made a lot of sense for them to go ahead and
yeah.
pick one up.
It was, I mean, for me, from my perspective, it's been an odd decision only because you have a struggling offensive line. You have a
Yeah,
lack of depth in that secondary now. I mean, I
yeah.
know you have TJ Watt and everything, but I feel like there were a number of other choices at their disposal.
Oh, for sure, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
but I mean, again, I haven't watched enough of Kenny to have an opinion about him.
Yeah,
A lot of people are saying that he's the most ready NFL player, whereas like Willis is not the most refined, but under the right coaching can evolve into something great. And
Yeah,
those are like the sentiments I've heard for both those quarterbacks. But yeah, this is definitely not a very quarterback driven draft. There's a lot
it's
of
not. It's
like
not.
team making like intellectual decisions. Unless you're the Patriots and the Cowboys, I'm sure as hell getting into that at some point. But
Yeah, they I loved what they did. I think also um I think one of the most intriguing moves to me was Baltimore trading away Marquis Brown,
yeah,
because like I didn't know about this until today, but there were reports that he actually requested a trade um like right after the season ended.
hmm
So I don't think it wasn't a blindside move on his end. Like he was ready to go, but apparently Lamar Jackson didn't know. So that was the most intriguing part of that trade to me, is that he was shocked he found out during the draft. Like
yeah, yeah.
if you my thing is, if you're trying to, you know, sign this guy long term, you would, if you know you're making a move like that, you would tell him. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't even think there's an issue that they traded him. It's just you don't tell him about the move until he finds out draft night. That's odd. That's odd.
Yeah. It's definitely like a transparency going on there. I mean, what's interesting is Lamar hasn't. I've seen reports that say Lamar has doesn't want an extension
Mhm.
yet, only because he's just more focused on let me come back from my basically my injury season. Basically, you're out for like the last few weeks of the season.
Mhm.
Let's see how it goes. I can see. I don't see Lamar leaving because realistically, who else can the Ravens get? You lose a top 10 quarterback. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's a weird situation.
no,
I feel like
if they lose him, I I don't know what
uh,
you do. That
yeah,
is weird. That is weird.
I
I never
don't.
even thought about it, to be completely honest.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't see a reality where the Ravens can be successful
Oh
without
no, they wouldn't be.
Lamar because
They
you're going
wouldn't be.
against Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, assuming that he's
Yeah,
as good as 2020 days.
yeah,
And let's assume for all intents and purposes, Kenny Pickett ends up taking off too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you need to
It's
compete.
yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Um, but I think one of the most confusing elements of this first round, though, was the Packers, because they went,
About this.
they
Oh
got
yeah.
Quay Walker.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
I don't even know like what to
Inside
think about that.
linebacker.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that. When uh you know you don't have Devontae Adams anymore, I would assume you're trying to fill that gap in. Um,
That's what happens when you have poor management.
hey man,
That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what? Um, I'll put it like this. Did you know? I think I forgot what the stat line was for this. I think they haven't chosen like a wide receiver since 2002 in the first round or something like that. It's a wild statistic.
really?
I'd have to look that up because I don't remember like the exact thing off the top of my head, but yeah, they just I don't know. I
They
mean,
are a
I feel
very
like
confusing team.
it's just
And you know what? I did feel bad for Aaron Rodgers last night, but thinking back on it, like I don't anymore, because this has been an apparent issue with them for the longest time, of them not doing what's best to make sure that he's able to succeed. Um, not making sure he's protected, different things like that. And you still you still resigned. you know, so if that's there, there's only so much you can feel bad for him for.
Yeah.
You can want something so bad for someone to just move on out of a bad relationship, but when they willingly stay, and there's opportunities for them to leave, when they willingly stay in that mess, I can't
No
there's only so
sympathy.
much. Yeah, there's only so much I can feel bad for you.
You put yourself in that position. You want
Yeah,
a $100 million extension for
yeah,
4 years. You got it. But listen, you lose your you lose your guy. You lose Devontae. He goes
yeah,
over to the Raiders.
yeah. And he
And
and he he's he came out, I think, yesterday and said, one of the reasons why, when I resigned, it was because I was under the impression that he was going to still be here.
yep, that's right.
Why would you believe anything that the front office says at this point? Why would you believe anything they say?
Yeah,
It's not like
and
you had
especially
to sign it right now. You know what I'm
it's just
saying? So hey, I don't feel too bad for Aaron Rodgers,
yeah
man.
that uh, that's not my team.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah, yeah.
you do what you gotta do.
Got it. Yeah,
We
yeah.
go against you as a Bills fan. We go against you next year. We're gonna beat you. That's it. Like
I think a lot of teams are going to beat them.
I yeah, I
I
don't
think a
know.
lot
I
of
think
teams are going to beat
they're
them.
gonna have that slump. I don't think they'll do terrible. I think they might be like a Ravens from last season. They'll have
It depends on who they have a receiver, because
yeah.
I don't know who they have anymore. Outside was what's his name, Saint Brown or something like that. Like, I don't
Yeah, they
know.
have Marquez Scantling, they have Randall Cobb, Robert
That's
Tunyon
right.
will be back and all
But
that.
Randall
But
Cobb is not Randall Cobb anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna say that too. He's out. How old is he now? He's in his close to his 30s, right?
he has to be.
Somewhere around there. I know
He
he's
has to be.
with the way he runs. No disrespect, obviously, but he definitely runs slower than
Yeah,
his old days. From the
yeah,
highlights I saw, at least, but I could be wrong. If I say he's in his 30s or close to it.
yeah. I think
Yeah, he's 31. Okay, yeah,
31.
yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, hey, they're going to have to find something to do in order to keep Aaron Rodgers happy. I mean, at this point, the most I think they're going to be able to do is like maybe go after OBJ or Julio Jones or someone. And those are just those aren't going to be moves that make you win a
Yeah.
championship. So I mean, unless you know what, they could go get Antonio Brown. Now, if you get Antonio
Mm,
Brown and pair him with OBJ, that's different.
I actually had to think about that.
That's different.
Our problem isn't his playmaking ability; it's just his overall attitude.
Yeah,
Because why
yeah,
would
yeah.
you want that added baggage
Well, you got Aaron
on your
Rodgers.
franchise? But
You got Aaron Rodgers. That's like the
yeah,
biggest diva at this
yeah,
point.
fair enough, fair enough.
You know,
Listen,
I think everything that Aaron Rodgers is doing, or has done, honestly, I think it's just as, or maybe more of a distraction than AB.
oh, yeah, like the whole
Yeah, yeah,
like immunization thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
This past season was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, or he showed off his broken toe on
Yeah,
camera,
yeah, yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
very odd. It displayed very odd behavior. I'll put it that way.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know about Aaron Rodgers to say that he'd be less of a distraction than AB, but I think just based on playmaking though, AB makes sense. So if you're able to go get him and then go get AB Odell Beckham, I don't know what their cap space looks like. I don't think it's vast, but uh, you know, pair them up with Lazard, and maybe you got something there.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it's crazy too because I was actually a Packers fan going into this past season, so
Mhm.
I wasn't so well informed. There reached a point where I just didn't because I knew they were probably going to win the fair share games. I didn't care what they were doing.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
they lost to the 49ers,
Oh yeah.
so it was one of those weird situations
Yeah.
where like I was rooting for the team
Hmm.
because I needed an NFC team to root for.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I
Okay.
just said,
Okay.
"Oh, the Packers were in the same position we were last year. I'll root for them." You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Okay.
I separated sort of Aaron's controversy off the field. I just focused solely on what he can do on the field,
Yeah.
you know, and all that.
Which is
But
phenomenal. It's absolutely
oh
phenomenal.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely phenomenal. So,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, if you're able to put up with his stuff, AB makes a lot of sense.
It's funny you talk about what the Packers need because I think OBJ OBJ Dre OBJ
Yeah.
tweeted out that he knows Debo's situation.
Oh yeah.
You can
Oh
see that?
yeah. 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 Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, why are you publicly admitting that? As
That'd be
it's going to be
interesting.
like this whole bombshell thing.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but I feel like the Packers might be his destination if
Okay.
he's
So
settled on.
If Debo
You know what I
goes
mean?
there, that would be very interesting.
And that'd be beneficial because now you have your true wide receiver one. Yell. Uh, wait, I don't even know what I was trying to say. Wide receiver one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he is a bit injury ridden, right? Because I think he's only played. Well, he's been here since 2019, so I think they say he's played like a little more than half of his games.
Debo.
Yeah, he hasn't played the full. I'm not sure what the amount is. I think it was
He
like
was injured for a bit. Yeah.
I want to
I
say it
don't know
was
how
like
many games though.
17 out of 30, but I could be wrong about. I don't remember how many games in total since 2019, but
Yeah,
it's been
yeah,
years
I'm
definitely.
not sure how many games he's missed, but I think he's one of those guys that if you can get, you try and get him. Because
Yeah,
I think the Jets were trying to trade their number 10. Was it number 10?
that's right. They were trying to train a number 10 uh for him, and then I think another
With another
team
pick as well. Yeah.
was intrigued as well. Um, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but see this out real quick.
And yeah, I know
Oh, the Lions,
the
Lions and
Lions.
Jets.
So yeah, I think the Lions and Jets, even without Debo, made out with the receivers they got. Jameson Williams makes a ton of sense. Which I was actually okay. I'll be completely honest. Okay, when I found out we traded up, I'm thinking, okay, we're drafting Jameson Williams. Then when I saw it was him that got drafted by the Lions, I was like, well, what did we trade up for? You know, um, I knew it was to get in front of the Ravens. That's the only thing I knew. It was so when I saw that, I figured, okay, receiver made sense. But it was for Jordan Davis, which would have made a lot of sense for the Ravens as well. Excuse me. So it's all good. But I think that was one of those moves that was just like it made a lot of sense for the Lions. Now, if they go out and it would be very I see Chris and I have been going back and forth over the last couple of months about this, but let me know what your thoughts are, okay? Because obviously Jared Goff is not the guy in Detroit, right? The team overall, needs some areas to work on, but for sure he's not the guy that you're gonna run with. Would it not make sense to try and bring in Kaepernick for Detroit with what they've been able to do in this draft? Because I've been saying for Seattle, okay, I don't know if Seattle's gonna do it, but if they don't, Detroit would kind of make sense.
I had to think about that. Sorry,
You're good.
give me a few seconds. So I'll answer your question. So I think the best fit for Kaepernick, given how long he's been out of the league,
Mm.
is the Raiders.
Ooh,
Reason
and Mark
being
Davis did just say something about it.
is because what was Marcus Mariota only doing at the Raiders? Well, what was his only play call that entire season?
I actually don't even know.
He was just doing draw plays,
Okay, because I didn't
draw and
watch
read
them.
options.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
didn't watch them at all.
Kaepernick, with all due respect, right? Chances
Yeah.
are you're not going to be as accurate as you were before,
Mm-hmm.
but chances are you'll be mobile enough, to get 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 yards. And that's ultimately their, or what was, the Raiders game style. So I was thinking Raiders can do that. They are interested in signing Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him on, have him go in for those read options or draw plays because Derrick Carr is not very mobile at all.
At all. Yeah.
There you go. And then if Derek Carr goes down, if Kaepernick has been doing the training as he's alluded to for the past few months, then yeah, I mean chances are you win a game or two. But you never know. Like you're going against the AFC West.
Yeah.
Now for the Lions, I think Jared Goff is fine.
Okay.
I think they shouldn't have to worry if they were to draft uh, another quarterback. I feel like they would have done it by now out of desperation. So I
Mm.
really feel like the Lions are being conscientious of their decision, which is weird, really weird to say out loud. That they are being conscientious about
Yeah.
what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're in like a huge quarterback desperation. I've said this. I give the quarterback a 3-year rule,
Okay.
and that includes trade. So my three, I think I talked to you
Okay.
about this. My
Okay.
3-year
Yeah.
rule is you don't prove yourself by a third year. You get replaced. You get replaced, meaning you sit on the bench and you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna watch someone else, be in front of you. You get traded or you get cut altogether. That's
That's
it.
fair. That's fair.
It's the
No,
same
that's
idea
fair.
for Tua. So that's why for Jalen Hurts' case, right?
Mm.
He didn't play when he was drafted. He didn't play a full first season,
Right.
right? He only started last season, right? Didn't he start last season?
As a starter, yeah.
Yeah,
This last season was his first season as a
yeah,
starter.
and
Yeah.
that's 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
2021
Mm-hmm.
season he started.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you expect someone who's officially starting, who's officially a starting QB to somehow have over like a 70 completion percentage and not to have a lot of turnover? It's impossible.
Well,
It's
see, and you
impossible.
also it's also personnel too.
And
Like,
they just didn't have that strong receiver core. Offensive line wasn't doing him a lot of favors in some games too.
yeah, yeah,
And you have a very, very good offensive line, an
yeah,
excellent offensive line even too.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just
It's one of the
it's all
best.
about matchups.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's also because of coaching. You have a new coach. It's you gotta adjust. That's it,
yeah,
and it is what it is. So yeah, no, I agree with that. I think Atlanta would make a lot of sense. Atlanta would make a ton of sense for Kaepernick.
for Kaepernick, yeah,
Yeah.
I think the two main landing spots I think will probably have to be like you said, the Falcons and the Seahawks. Because I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like Seahawks, you're not Seahawks fans. I'm going to say it for you right now. You're not getting anywhere with Drew Lock as your QB.
Isn't it weird that they waited until they traded Russell Wilson to get the offensive lineman?
That's just messed up.
I,
That's messed
that
up.
that I was actually really confused by that. That like now we're that's what you do. But I mean, they're saying they're not in a rebuild, but it would make sense for them to go get Kaepernick. Because Drew Lock is not. I cannot see Drew Lock being that for them. He can do some things, but he's not. From what I've seen with him, I don't expect him to do much.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, and
I
that O
don't
line is not going to be doing him any favors.
at all,
Any
at all,
favors.
at all. So yeah, no, I like what we saw for the most part overall with the draft. Um, talk to me about your Bills, bro.
Well, it all started divisional round.
Yeah.
Bills versus Chiefs. Nice touchdown pass to Gabe Davis, 13 seconds. We got the Super Bowl. Yeah, no, we sucked. But I'm never letting that down, bro. Um, hold on, hold up. Go rub my eyes real quick. Just give me like 50 seconds.
It's all good, man.
Um, damn, so sad I go. Yeah, but on a serious note though, I was an idiot, so I kept saying we should we should draft the running back. We should draft the running back.
Mm,
Draft him. Draft the running back. That's not. Devin Singletary's fine. He's fine. I
yeah,
don't want him
he
for.
ain't
I
a
don't. He's not the long term solution. So I said if he's gonna,
he ain't a changer. Like he
that's
ain't
the
gonna get
thing.
that. Yeah,
He did good in the playoffs, but congratulations, dude.
yeah,
You went back to your same regular season self in the Chiefs game. You were just not. Well, maybe that was probably play because we were really running a lot of like straight run plays. There was a lot of just like throwing the ball,
yeah, yeah.
a lot of like outside passes and all that. So I won't fault Singletary for that, but I'm glad we went for a corner. I think right now we have nothing, and with Trey Wright being out, really until ideally we have him in September. I can see that extending into October.
Mm,
Um, we needed like someone who's physical, plays a bit in phase, all that stuff. And Kyer Elam does that for what I saw. I mean, I only saw like a
yeah.
3 minute highlight reel phase.
Mm,
He's everything you want out of a corner, to my knowledge. Great tackler in the open field, knows how to play on the ball. Can obviously jump up for those interceptions and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. I think a corner is what we needed to start off with. And I imagine tonight we'll probably do I'm thinking a running back because we have 2 second-round picks. So I'm thinking a running back is going to be
oh,
one,
okay,
and probably like a offensive lineman. I was
okay.
saying I think we probably need like a guard,
Yeah, yeah,
another
yeah,
guard to be on the safe side,
yeah,
just for depth. But even then, we have like Ryan Bates, we have Roger Stafford from the Titans. Mitch Morris is good as our center. We have Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown, and all that. So I'm not sure. That's the thing. My ideal is probably getting Brees Hall next,
yeah. Okay.
Iowa State, and then Super Bowl.
Super
That's it.
Bowl.
I just said we needed like a nice receiving back, someone who's agile. Uh, I'll say this much: so Singletary doesn't improve himself, he can pack your bags. Uh, I'll put it like that,
Yeah, yeah,
respectfully. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
no disrespect, but also disrespect at the same time. You,
Yeah.
you got to do your thing, bro. Like you
It's
can't be having those 5 yards for like 16 yards or 6 yards for 35 yards every time we call passing plays. I understand the
yeah.
offensive line isn't doing, it wasn't doing its job much throughout the season, but the best backs, the best of the best find a way. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think running back makes sense for you guys. Isn't Cook's brother, Dalvin Cook's brother in his draft this year? James Cook?
Yeah, I saw that too. I wouldn't mind having a Cook brother.
You think he makes sense for you guys?
I was thinking him or Isaiah Williams.
Isaiah Williams. Okay, okay.
I want to say was his name. No, he's a
I know
offensive tackle.
Isaiah
No,
Spiller.
yes, that. Thank you. That's him. That's him. That's
Spiller.
him.
Okay.
Isaiah
Okay.
Spiller. That
Okay.
was yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Um,
I think either one would make sense for you guys.
that's what I listen. I'll put it this way. You know what I mean? You share the same for your team too.
Mhm.
I want to go. I just want to go to the Super Bowl, bro.
I
That's all I
know. I
want.
know.
I don't even care if we go 0-5. I just want the satisfaction of knowing that like we made it. I'm just tired of losing. You know what I mean? Like,
You do
it's
not want to
after
go
me.
0 5,
After
bro.
so, you know what I mean, bro? Like,
You do not want
after
to go 0 5, man. Look, we went to the Super Bowl. What was that? 04? I think it was 04 when we played against the Patriots. I still cannot get over that loss. I still can't get over it because it's like McNabb just I don't know what the hell is going on. Like there's been a lot of debates as to what happened and all that stuff, but I can't get over that loss. I still can't get over that loss. And you do not want to add another one of those to your record, bro. You go to the Super Bowl, you guys better win that. Y'all better win that one
Okay.
because you do not want 0-5 because 0-5 is just going to make you put it like this. It would make much more sense for you guys to either lose in the playoffs or miss the playoffs altogether than not win the Super Bowl. Just going, you do not want that. You do
Uh,
not want that, especially if you
I,
lose by 3 points.
so it don't even I want to hear that, bro. If oh my god, the things I would do if
A
we
friend of
lost,
mine
if
was a
we
linebacker on that Patriots team, bro. Like, I'm
if
trust me,
we if
you
we
do not
if
want
we
that.
no, it's not even that, bro. If we, I swear to God, I'm gonna put it like this, like if it's like I would be so mad if it's Super Bowl, Allen drives down the field
Mm,
and Bass can end it. That's my biggest fear is that Bass can end it with like a 40, like an easy field goal,
mm,
and he just whiffs it.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care whose TV it is, where it is, that's getting destroyed on the spot.
yeah, yeah. Well, you're a
I'm
Bills
slamming
fan.
a
Y'all
hole right
destroy
into it,
everything, so it
and
makes
then
that's encouraging.
I'll gladly
Yeah,
pay whatever money to replace it, bro. That's not gonna slide. I would wish so many bad things to happen, like to him. Not too bad. Like I wish he would like sleep on the hot side of a pillow,
yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah,
stubs his toe, like genuinely. Like every day he
yeah,
wakes up, he stubs his toe,
yeah.
and it feels like some measure of pain, the way I did emotionally. Um, all that being said, yeah, I'm excited.
You excited? Yeah,
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 he was dumb from yeah. No, I'm just joking around, obviously, but
yeah,
no, it's that'd be depressing. I don't even want to think about that.
yeah.
I'd rather us get blown out if that were the case.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
that way you know you're losing.
Yeah, because I know, like I said, I had a friend of mine that was a linebacker on their team, Ulrich Johnson, and he's gotten on me about like especially when we played the Patriots for 52. He was talking mad trash, like this is gonna be basically the same thing as last time. I swear to God, if it's the same thing as last time, I am going to lose everything. That's not no. I would rather not make it to the Super Bowl than to lose again to the Patriots. That's not no. Um, but I'm actually rooting for you guys, man, because I think not to beat us in the Super Bowl, but I'm rooting for you guys to be able to get there because the AFC is stacked. Like this is it's crazy how the AFC is even shaped to be. It's almost like this is the you remember how when everybody was saying like the I'm sorry, the Eastern Conference was weak and the Western Conference was always a fight for years. Now it's
Yeah,
flipped where the Western Conference is kind of softer than the East Conference. That's how it feels like the AFC is now, right? Like this is almost it's almost as if it's a razor thin margin that every team not well maybe let me put it like this any contender in the AFC has between missing the playoffs or you know not going against the playoffs in terms of seeding like what it looks like it's excuse me it's a razor thin margin that you guys have, so I'm hoping that everything works out for you guys to be able to you know to get to the Super Bowl because Jonathan and I have been talking about this for the last couple of years. Every year for the last, I would say the last three since we actually won the Super Bowl, he and I have been saying Bills Eagles Super Bowl, the Bills Eagles Super Bowl. It's got to happen. It's got to happen real soon, right? And I think things are actually shaping up to where those teams meet up in the Super Bowl. That's going to be a classic. That's going to be a classic matchup.
that'd be. That would be a good matchup though, because
That would be.
then you have the pass heavy team versus the rush heavy team.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what I
And
mean? So
and our receiving core now, it AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Zach Pascal, which I think a lot of people keep forgetting that we signed him this offseason, right? Um, Quez Watkins,
Dallas
um,
Goddard,
Dallas Goddard, and
yeah, Fletcher,
Miles Sanders. Like I
yeah.
think that offense is going to be crazy this year. So I would love to see Bills Eagles Super Bowl this year.
I, I just want
I want
it,
it.
and the thing is too, we're under a lot of pressure because we're easily the Super Bowl favorites right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I probably both to go to it and to win it all. Um,
Oh, you think you guys are the favorites for that?
I feel like we'd be the favorites only because come off a devastating loss. Josh Allen is now an indisputable top five quarterback, top three quarterback. You may argue. Um,
I don't think it's much of a
you have
debate now.
yeah. I mean, you have a talented offense, talented defense,
Mm-hmm.
great coaching, all around, right? So there's really no excuses.
There's
Uh,
not. There's
in
not.
terms of you sign Von Miller for a $120 million contract, you know he better prove his worth. You bring back Shaq Lawson, Jordan Phillips. You know you obviously you draft in Elam,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So all we have all the right pieces, and I think just a running back, just a solid receiving back, uh,
Mm-hmm.
is enough. Like we have enough to win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah,
As
yeah, yeah.
as you can see,
Y'all
we
have
like
talent. Y'all have
our
talent.
roster is enough.
Yeah.
Like is enough.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was enough to win. Is the thing because we
Yeah.
go against the Rams. It,
Oh,
we're not winning that.
you think so?
For against the Rams
For this, you talking about this past Super Bowl?
this past Super Bowl. Oh, we're not winning that.
Yeah, you would have.
I,
Yeah, you would have. I'm gonna tell you why.
yeah,
Because when
you're more afraid than me
OBJ
too.
no when OBJ went down, their offense stalled, and Cincinnati couldn't get anything going offensively. I think if you replace the Bengals with the Bills in that Super Bowl matchup, the Bills would have won that easily,
So I'll put
easily.
it this way. I was taking out OBJ being injured.
Oh no, 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 that still happens. That still happens because I'm saying if you just take the Bills, I mean the Bengals out, and you insert the Bills, and it played out, that first quarter played out the way it did, and he gets hurt, their offense stalled, bro, because Robert Woods isn't out there. Your only go-to guy was Cooper Cup, and for some reason
Double up on him. Well, here's the
they
thing
just
too.
couldn't
I
get him.
think that our here's the thing. I think McVay would have realized that and just stuck to the run.
I think he would
And
have,
and that
but
I don't think we
see,
can
their
game plan enough
offense
against that.
stalled either way, run game or
Oh
pass
yeah,
game.
yeah. But
So, and that was the Bengals. Like, come on, the Bengals, like that was an amazing team last year, but
yeah,
you're not taking their defense over your defense, are you?
I mean, he's talking about 13 seconds. Bill's defense. Yeah, but no. I mean,
Yeah,
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 obviously, like in terms of like statistically speaking, yeah, like our
yeah.
defense is arguably better. But my thing is this: you put Aaron Donald on an open field, our offensive line is not handling that pass rush
Oh no,
at all.
I'm not. Listen,
You know what I
I'm not
mean?
saying
So,
certain things still wouldn't have happened.
oh right, 100.
Yeah,
percent
yeah,
I
yeah,
just think it would
yeah.
have been a lot of. I
Aaron
think
Donald still gets
you
his stuff going, but
right.
but the Cincinnati's offensive line is not as strong as yours is.
Well,
And
yeah, well,
and
yeah.
Aaron Donald put his stamp on that game, right? But there was a lot of moments, I think, in I want to say second and third quarter where he wasn't able to get to the quarterback. He was not able to get through.
Yeah, it was all double teaming, and then the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
all double
yeah.
teaming. So
So
that
if
that only worked so
if
much, and he had Von Miller too.
if
So
they were able to do that, the Bills would have definitely been. I have no doubt in my mind they would have been able to do that.
Well, my thing is that I think it would have been like another Chiefs Bucks situation.
How so?
I don't see in a sense of I don't see Allen being able to sit in the pocket for very long, even if we're double teaming. We don't
That's
have
true.
that strong
That's
of an
true.
offense. You know what I
That's
mean? We
true.
don't have
That's
that
true.
strong of an offensive line, and
Yeah,
we talked about
but it's
this
stronger than
before.
Cincinnati's though.
Oh well, yeah, as a whole.
It's stronger than
So
Cincinnati. So
in terms
if
of players
Cincinnati,
and
yeah, if
one
Cincinnati was able to do what they did for
right.
a good chunk of that game, I, there's no doubt in my mind the Bills would have been able to do that
To
longer.
replicate that and then maybe a bit more right. So I'm
Yeah,
not denying
yeah.
that. I just think there would be a certain point where once Allen is in those situations where he's like running around aimlessly, he makes a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stupid decisions.
Oh yeah. He does.
And
He does. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Burrow wasn't doing that. He was just getting straight up sacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
lot of the times too,
Yeah.
when he breaks away, he finds where he like buys enough time and gets receivers open. Not
Mm-hmm.
saying Burrow doesn't have his occasional. Every quarterback has what I call like the occasional dumb moment
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
misread, where you misread a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
There's a miscommunication that happens, or for whatever reason you try to do like a 50-50 ball up in the air, and you expect
Mm-hmm.
you expect the receiver to come down with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
quarterback has that. It's just you put Aaron Donald and Von Miller on offensive line, we're not going to handle that. I don't feel like
Not
because we have
not.
Deion Dawkins, we have Ryan Bates, we have Mitch Morse.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Morse himself, taking the entire season into account,
Mm-hmm.
cannot single block. He is not
Yeah.
that very
Yeah.
good at blocking.
Yeah.
He got better in the playoffs, way better. Like a huge,
Mm-hmm.
like you would think that we have like one of the best offensive lines,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a lot of different game planning,
Mm-hmm.
definitely more intensive practices. I'm assuming and all that. So, I mean, maybe I'm not giving my. I think my thing is this too. Like I would have expected disappointment going into the game
Yeah.
because you have a lot of like very hungry Rams players who a lot of them obviously face off against the Patriots. Like they're looking for that Super Bowl win.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we could have made a good enough game plan to where Allen can just sit comfortably in the pocket because Diggs has.
I don't think you do that. I don't think he only stays in the pocket for sure. But I think
Oh, right. It'd be a lot of
yeah,
like cute like draw plays and stuff like
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
know what you're saying, but I
yeah.
mean like in a time
I
where
think if the Bengals did what they did and they kept that game pretty much
relatively, yeah,
it was
I see what you
the
mean.
Bills the
Yeah.
Bills would have done more. That's my point. And
Right.
that was also what Burrow's second year, like Allen's been in the league a little longer. So like I think a lot of that stuff ties into it as well. So that's why I'm saying you guys could have done enough to win the Super Bowl in
That's
that
true.
in that
Yeah,
in that
I
in
see
that
what you
matchup.
mean, but I
Yeah.
think also too, if passing wasn't going our way, you know, and we're not going to be able to run. Singletary is going to be able to do that running. So there's a
I
lot of
agree
variables that go
Singletary
into
is
it
an
too.
issue. Yeah, Singletary is an issue, but
He's not terrible though. You know what I mean?
it's
He's
not
just
terrible. Yeah. So I think you guys have enough. You would have had enough to win that Super Bowl. But if it's the Eagles,
yeah, not at all. A total blowout.
not
Yeah.
no 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 not a blow up. No,
Oh
that's gonna
yeah,
be that's gonna
I
be
know what you mean. Yeah.
that's gonna be an amazing matchup. I'm calling it right now. Okay, I'm calling it right now. This is early as hell, but my prediction, my early stupid early prediction, because we can always change our predictions in, like toward training camp and preseason and regular
Yeah.
season, right? So, but right now, the Eagles to me look to be the team in the NFC, at least one of the top three to beat in the NFC. So I think they have what it takes to be able to make it to the Super Bowl for sure. I think there's question marks on every team anyway. Obviously I think there's question marks. Like we still haven't really figured out who's opposite of Slay, like long term. So I think there's definitely questions, and there's Tyrann Matthew signing, like those there's different questions that's taking place anyway. So I'm not saying book it, but my early prediction is going to be Eagles Bills. I am going to call that right now because I have this feeling that it's very possible that's the matchup we get. I really do. I really do.
Yeah. I
I it's that's they're like those teams are just crazy. They're crazy good. They are stacked at those key positions, and I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
yeah, for sure. Right. And I think yeah. I should say though, to all the Bills fans, I'm not hating on our team. I'm just trying to be open minded and not give like a bias. Yeah, we're gonna, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for preferences,
No,
I have my pessimism about the team
yeah, for
after
sure.
that 13 seconds.
You
I,
should.
I'm always gonna have it. You know,
You
yeah, you know what I
should.
mean.
Yeah,
So,
you should. But I
um,
think again, you guys would have won that Super Bowl if it was you.
yeah, and I appreciate that. I'll play that in my that reality in my mind every
Yeah,
single day.
yeah.
And then I'll be reminded that we gave up 3 points in 13 seconds
Hey,
again and again and again. But you know what?
yeah,
Disappointment happens.
it does. It
I
does.
expect it. I was so happy that game too. I felt so happy. But anyways, that's I'm reminiscing too much, man.
You good, man. You good.
Here's my Super Bowl. Here's my Super Bowl prediction.
Okay.
And you're probably not gonna like it.
Okay.
You're probably gonna look at me crazy. So I have the Bucks
Mm.
versus the Colts.
Whoa, what? Hold on,
Colts
hold on, hold
versus,
on, hold on, hold on. Okay.
yeah.
Bucks Colts. Now the
Matt
Colts
Ryan
did
gets his revenge.
the
Matt Ryan's revenge game.
okay. Okay, the Colts did surprise me by being able to get Stefan Gilmore. That threw me way the hell off. I didn't expect that. Um Bucks Colts though, that's very interesting. What makes you say that?
So Carson Wentz is gone. Number
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Oh, they upgraded just with
Yeah,
that sentence alone. It didn't even
with
matter
that,
who you
yeah,
filled
yeah,
in.
with that
Yeah,
alone,
yeah.
upgrade, right? Now let's look at Matt Ryan, right? Didn't have the best season, fairly
Yeah,
inaccurate at times. He was also behind one of the worst offensive lines in the league.
for sure. For sure.
Um, so there's obviously not much you can do in those circumstances. And when you're closing in on the age of 40, I mean, so you can barely escape.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
can barely evade the pressure. I'll say.
yeah.
But I'm also looking at their roster too, and it's just they have a lot of talented players. I mean, you
They
have
do.
Quentin Nelson on the offensive line, you have Michael Pittman, and then let me look. I'm sorry, let
Jonathan
me
Taylor.
JT. Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
amazing running back.
you have Stefan Gilmore was a huge, and he had a very underrated season, from my
He did.
understanding of Stefan
He did.
Gilmore.
He did.
Um, I mean, you have Darius Leonard at linebacker. I'm trying to think like who else is on the team too, but just a lot of you know, very talented receivers or just players, so to speak, that I really feel like can give the Colts the edge. Now, the question is, do I think they'll win the division? Probably not. I think at most they probably, I would say they'll probably be a wild card team.
Okay.
I can actually see them winning it though, because it's the Titan. Because with AJ Brown gone off the Titans, right?
That's a big
Here's the
hole
thing,
for them.
right?
That's a big
Here's the
hole for them.
Titans.
Yeah.
Here's the Colts, and then who else is in the division? You have the Jags, and you have oh, this is the AFC South. The
Is that the
Titans,
Texans?
Colts, Jags, and then and the Texans.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right, like Texans and Jags are here, and you have the Titans up here, and you have the Colts. The Colts, I feel like have enough too. And I said before, I think Matt Ryan will be a top 15 QB next season.
That's not hard to believe because and I actually think Julio is going to end up signing there.
So, and
Um
that's it. That I, yes, I'm very happy you said. I'm very happy you said that. So, from your perspective, why do you think that it's like the logical landing spot for him?
it makes sense because that's your QB. One.
Yeah,
Um he had a very weird year last year. I mean, it wasn't too peculiar in terms of like the injuries, but when he was out there, he was still not making an impact. It seemed like even when he was there, he wasn't there. So my guess is that is that he's going to sign with them. Now, if he doesn't sign with them, um, I could actually see the Bucks being a place. Uh, but I think wherever it is that he signs is going to be with a veteran QB that's a contending that's on a contending team. That's what I'm expecting him to do.
Yeah, I
Because the Titans, honestly, like no one saw this coming. Like, no one saw that trade coming, right?
no,
Like, and I was
you
actually
were shocked.
I was
You could,
watching the Bleacher Report broadcast when that happened, right? So they had Jason Kelsey on the broadcast talking to Adam Lefko.
yeah,
They were
so
just talking, and Adam goes, Jason, they're not telling me who like what this trade is, but I guess let's take a look at it. And like the exact reaction they had is what I almost lost my voice yelling when I saw that.
yeah. Did you find out when for those who are unaware, I had texted Derrick because I saw it like scrolling
Yeah,
through
yeah, yeah.
Insta. I thought it was like because it came from like this meme page, but they in their story they post like links to articles. I was like,
Oh, okay, okay,
AJ Brown to the Eagles. I'm like, what?
okay,
And
yeah,
I screenshot it and I sent it to you,
yeah.
and you're like, bro, I just lost my voice. I didn't know if you found out
I
right when I
saw
sent
it.
it to you
No, I saw
or
it
you saw
before.
it in advance. Gotcha, gotcha,
Yes,
gotcha, gotcha.
I saw it before. Like maybe I would say like maybe like 1 to 2 minutes prior to you sending me that. I
Yeah,
is when I found out, and I was just stunned. You text me, Jonathan text me, and someone else. I was like I almost lost it. But they drafted what's this kid's name? Traylon. Hold on.
oh, the Titans.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Titans. They traded. I mean, they drafted Traylon Burks. Traylon Burks.
yeah. Did you see coach the coach's
Oh yeah. Oh,
response to email? He was
Mike
like,
Vrabel was hurt. Like
yeah, he was like, oh
he
my
was
god.
trying his best to not get like throw a couple punches right then because it didn't make any sense, right? And you can't tell me they couldn't afford that contract. 100 million, 57 million guaranteed. That seemed like a reasonable contract. That actually, honestly, for his production, that's honestly probably closer to like we that's a steal, bro. Like because he's been going off. I don't know if like a lot of people have been really paying attention. He's been going off, and to pair him with Devontae Smith is a deadly combo. That's a
Yeah,
deadly combo.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. So
That's
I'm
the
very intrigued.
yeah. That's the biggest L the Titans could have taken.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it because they're saying Traylon Burks is like his comp is AJ Brown. So I guess they're looking at it as you're getting AJ
Like
as a
a younger
rookie.
AJ Brown,
Ah,
basically.
so okay.
But here's the thing though. He fails. You're gonna look like you'll be a complete bozo.
Like,
You
and I
gave up your
hate it.
best. You're literally one of your best players on the team.
I hate it for Traylon because that did like that now puts that pressure on him that he
Be the
has to
next AJ
live
Brown
up
for that
to AJ
team. Like
Brown's
produce
expectation. Yes.
at like a true
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So that I hate that for him. But like let's not forget they also have Robert Woods and I think Brandon Cooks as well.
Mm.
You know,
Wait, Brandon Cook. Wait, Brandon
I
Cook got traded.
no. I'm saying they like the Titans traded. I mean, draft. I mean, I'm sorry, signed both Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks this offseason.
Wait, Brandon
So
Cooks is on the Titans now.
I think he is. If I'm maybe I'm mistaken, but I believe he's with the
Oh
Titans now.
shoot! Wait, I'm just finding. Oh shoot! What the heck?
I'm pretty sure he is. Um, hold on. I'm sorry. No, he's not. He's with the Texans. Who else do the Titans have? Because I know they have. It's not Cooks. Then who else is it? Because I mean, outside of Derrick Henry, of course, but they Jesus, bro, I don't know who they have anymore.
Yeah, so you have Josh Malone, Mason Kinsey, or Kinsey, sorry, Des Fitzpatrick, Tracy McMath, Cody Hollister, Nick Westbrook.
Oh my God, never mind. I definitely misspoke on that one.
No, you're all good, bro.
That no Westbrook um Westbrook. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. That he's good. He's good. He held down the fort a little bit with when Julio Jones went down last year, but yeah, never mind. Nothing about this makes sense for the Titans. I like
Yeah.
I know I think they're just putting all their eggs in one basket with Derrick Henry.
That that's why I said. And the thing too is when you're a one-dimensional team,
This
you know what I
hurts
mean? Like
them.
you don't think about. I don't know.
This
I
hurts
really
them.
don't know. Like
I I
I'm pretty sure you realize what I was getting at in the sense of it's just like Derrick. There's no way. As much as Derrick Henry is going to be a vital part of the offense, I don't see him staying healthy.
yeah, well,
Indefinitely. It's just they're using him a lot. That's why I'm worried about JT, Derrick Henry,
mm-hmm,
potentially Javonte Williams on the Broncos
mm-hmm.
too. Is you overuse these running backs, you're going to get injured at some point, and
Yeah,
your over
yeah.
reliance on them. What do you have?
Well, Henry was
I,
already hurt last year, right?
yeah,
Like that.
yeah,
That
Ryan
was
Tannehill, and then I know you have a great RB2. I forget his name off the top of my head. But you have Ryan Tannehill. You know what I mean? Like
this hurts the this hurts any argument about Tannehill now because I was expecting him to have an amazing year this year, um, to redeem himself from playoffs, of course. But I don't know where the Titans go now. I really don't. I really don't. I'm hoping for Traylon Burks' sake that he's able to produce the way that they're expecting him to produce. Um, but I don't know what I don't know. This really sucks for him, man. This really sucks. Oh well. I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do in this draft because yeah, they got the third pick in the second round now. Oof, this is gonna be intriguing. I guess they're gonna be the one team I'm really looking at for the next 2 days. Be very interesting to see if they could go get OBJ. If they go get OBJ or Antonio Brown, I think those are the two players I'm really looking at toward with a lot of these teams that have made questionable moves at wide receiver.
yeah,
OBJ and Antonio Brown um would make a lot of sense for Tennessee as well. So I don't know. This it's gonna be a very interesting offseason. Very interesting. So your
off season
division,
been. Yeah, I was gonna say this off season has just been wild.
it has been. It has been.
Crazy
But
well. Sorry, I'm kind of like
no, you're good. You're
in my
good.
own head for a second, but I'm just trying
You're
to
good.
process it.
So you said for the rest of your team for the draft, you're looking at running back, right? That's like the main thing you guys looking
Probably
toward.
I was running back and the receiver.
Running back and receiver.
Unless
Okay.
so I,
Because you don't have Cole Beasley anymore, right? Like
no, yeah, we
he's gone.
released him. So I don't
Okay.
even know whether if a team's gonna pick him up. And he's he's a solid tough receiver. He's took oh, excuse me.
You good. You good.
Oh, sorry about that.
Tennessee Titans would make
Geez,
sense
sorry.
too.
No, long day, everyone. Um, yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised not a lot of teams have I thought to pick him up at this point. But he is older. He's 33. He costs quite a bit of money for us.
Yeah.
So we thought, you know what, we need to free up some cash space so we can, find some vital pieces to our offense and all that. But I think Uh, yeah, I mean, is this probably receiver and running back? I would say running back first. Get Brees
Okay.
Hall. I would love that.
Okay.
And then I'm not aware of what the situation is with receivers right now. I don't imagine a ton of uh, a lot of the best prospects
Yeah,
are going to
yeah, yeah. The
be in the
best
second
guys.
round or anything like that.
Yeah.
And if they are, their chances are to be taken almost immediately. So I'm not expecting us to make any major moves. And I don't know. You have like a few fifth and sixth round picks. We're probably gonna waste on like offensive line or something.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like I said, we just need two more great picks and we're done. If we pick a wide receiver though, it's not through the draft. I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, or even bring back Emmanuel Sanders.
I forgot about Jarvis Landry being out there still. If he doesn't want that $100 million contract, or if that's still his thing, like he ain't getting $100 million. But
So you know,
if that
well,
if that
like,
if that's still his thing, then yeah, stay away from him. But I think if you guys could get him for a good price, that'd be amazing.
yeah,
Um,
that I don't even find with keeping Sanders if he feels like he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
want to officially
yeah,
doesn't want to retire and plays with the Bills one last time.
yeah,
I'm fine with it. The game, hopefully you know the contingency is give me a Super Bowl win
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
I'm out for I'm out.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I appreciate you for what I
yeah,
mean, but
yeah. Nah, I
yeah,
think so. To wrap it up, though, uh,
yeah.
what grade are you giving the Bills so far in the draft? Because
Um,
we have round 2 and 3 tonight, I think, and then I think that's how you split it up. Two and
yeah,
three, maybe 2, 3, 4 tonight, 5, 6, 7 tomorrow. I think that's how it is.
yeah. I think I probably give it a B plus.
B
I
plus.
would say.
That's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
like I said, even with someone I was totally unaware about.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was among the corner, like among the players who visited us
Yeah, yeah.
uh, during I'm sure like what the week is titled as, but obviously you know where I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, great choice. I just don't know enough about him, so that's why I'm the greatest solo. So I'm gonna obviously look more into his college highlights. Apparently, he had a killer freshman year. I'm not
Okay.
sure sort of what caused his like I don't want to say decline, but sort of like a bit of a
I'd be willing to bet it has something to do with the pandemic.
yeah, that's true.
I'd be willing to say
He was a
that.
Florida Gator too, so
There you go.
you know what I mean. That's
There
obviously
you go.
played a role, but
Yeah, man.
how about yourself? I mean, I
Uh,
think it
A
shouldn't be
plus.
anything less than an A plus, but
A plus. That there's no question about it. Howie completely redeemed himself um from 2 years ago, 2 and 3 years ago, with not getting DK Metcalf or not getting Justin Jefferson. You went out, you got Devontae Smith last year. That was good. That was really, really good. And especially the way they did it, jumping over the Giants and with the Cowboys helping. Actually, no, that's not good. That was amazing. Loved it. But Howie then went and did something very similar, which trading up and then trading back, and it was I loved it. He redeemed himself. So there will not be any more Howie uh slander from me for the rest of the off season. Now, if well, for now, for now,
yeah,
I'm gonna say
yeah,
I'm put it like that. I will not. He's redeemed himself. A plus, love it. Let's see what
So
happens. So
I'm happy for you. Listen. I'm rooting for you guys.
appreciate it, man.
So
Appreciate it. Yo, rooting for you guys
I
too, man.
think I appreciate it. I just all I want is success.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want a Super
yeah,
Bowl. That's
yeah.
all I want. Like I don't even want to win one. I just want like the well, I'm not sure I
No,
want
you
to
want
win
to
one,
win it.
but
You want to
I
win it.
want to win. But you know what I mean. I just want like the satisfaction of waking up and saying I'm gonna watch my Bills in the Super Bowl tonight. That's
Yeah,
all I
it's
want.
that, bro. I'm telling you right now. I because I was an Eagles fan, but I wasn't uh 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 I was also homeschooled at that time, so I couldn't even watch the game because I was catching up on schoolwork. I was just so far
Yeah.
behind, so I didn't even get to watch our Super Bowl like that, right? So, um, experiencing this Super Bowl, this was like 2017 was that was so nauseating. I laid in one position the entire game,
Yeah,
and
that was intense.
bro, oh, I was sweating bullets. Like my sister, my birthday was on the first. I think the game was on the third. My sister bought me a T-shirt that said, "This is my, I think this is my Eagles Super Bowl winning Super Bowl T-shirt or something like that." Right? It had a Lombardi trophy and everything. She had it made for me. Uh, and so I didn't put it on. I left it on my bed, and I was like,
Respect,
I'm not putting this on
respect.
until we win the game. We won the game. I put it on. Like, all right, cool. So
So
it's exhilarating, but it's nauseating at the same time.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I want to end off on this note.
Yes,
What
sir.
would you have done if Brady got the Hail Mary?
Well, I cried because we won the game. So imagine what I would have done if we had lost. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll put it like that.
yeah.
That I'll just leave it right there.
Yeah, keep it humble. You know what? Just yeah, we'll leave
Yeah,
it like that. I got
yeah,
you. I got
yeah.
you.
Yeah, but man, thank you for coming on to the show today,
Yeah,
Matt.
of
This is
course,
this is
man.
fun, man. But
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
before we get going, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, it's gonna be Matt underscore T 29 over on Instagram. Obviously, as Derrick said at the very beginning of this, uh, I'm a co-host for Realist, so we'll be recording another episode Sunday. Usually uploaded on Tuesday, and obviously I'm a co-host for my brother Jonathan over at Week of the Heroes. The plan for us, after the finale of Moon Knight, we'll probably get an episode recorded at some point.
Yes, sir.
To have a bit more consistency going on with Marvel content. Doctor Strange is coming out next week too, so even more of an excuse for us
That is
to,
next week. Oh my
yeah,
God.
more of an excuse for us to get something done.
I gotta go into the public again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Start clicking off all those trailers. Avoid it.
Oh
Avoid
yeah, I
all the
have.
TV
I
spots.
have. I
It's
have.
getting bad. It's getting
Yeah.
bad. Like
Yeah.
they're revealing a bit. So, and I know
Yeah.
you're someone who wants to refrain from
Oh,
knowing all
I
the
am
pretty good
tired of
secrets. So
Marvel doing that mess, man. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
We'll definitely I'm looking forward to that review. Looking forward
yeah,
to that review.
100%. But
Yeah.
no, like I said, lastly though, appreciate you, Derek, for always
Oh, most definitely, bro.
having me on these episodes and all that. So I appreciate you, bro.
Most
Good
definitely, bro.
conversation we had.
Most definitely, man. It's great stuff, man. And you guys can follow me at Derrick underscore OTS, Derrick, Black way to spell it. But more so, follow the OTS page, all social media platforms at OTS Media Co. You can go to the website, otsmediaco.com, check out all the articles and other shows that we have under the brand. Please rate and review. Let us know what you guys think. Thank you again for watching and or listening, and we will catch you guys next time. Shout out to Chris. I know you wanted to be here, bro, but we will catch you next week and look forward to seeing you again, man. So thank you guys for watching and or listening, and we will catch you guys next time.
All right, peace, guys.